everybody, welcome to the show. This week we are talking about love, which just kind of reminds me of how long this show has been going on. Because each year when Valentine's Day comes up, we do a show about love, and this is, I think, our third year now. So we've kept it going virtually during this time, and I have a bunch of very good friends and funny comics on the show tonight to talk about love. They're going to debate all kinds of ridiculous questions, and we got some trivia to ask them as well in between while you guys vote on who you think won each debate. So let's just go around the room right now and introduce everybody, and then we'll get into it. So first of all, we have our good friend Kathleen DeMarle with us tonight. Hey, Kathleen, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. I'm so excited to send myself a Valentine with a motivational quote for the second year in a row.
Is that the move when you're single?
I sent myself donuts last year and my coworkers all judged me. And then I didn't tell them that I also included a note that said, "You're doing great. Keep up the good work."
I think that's great. Why wouldn't you do that? You need a
I was
little
like, "Oh,
something.
I'm sorry that I'm going to go balls out when you guys are all like making out in front of me."
Yeah, I hear you. Well, that's a good move, and maybe somebody will send you donuts this year. Like who? Maybe some secret admirer will just send you donuts.
I have one secret admirer and he's very self-absorbed. He's not going to send me shit
How would you know that your secret admirer is self-absorbed?
because he only talks about himself in our
That
conversations.
wait. So you know who the person is.
Yes.
So that's not a secret admirer.
Well, like he thinks he's being cool and shit, but like he's admiring.
How does he think he's being cool?
God, he uses that sunglass smiley face emoji a lot. And he like throws around like the things that he's done in his life, and he's like, "Isn't it so cool that I've done this and I've met these people and I know how to do these things?" But then it's just about him.
Oh, okay. So he's an admirer of himself, is what you're saying.
Yes,
This
but
is what you've been getting at.
somehow it's not Ricardo Perez. Angela wrote it's Ricardo Perez. Ricardo Perez has in fact hit on me a couple times, but it was not Ricardo Perez.
Okay. Well, with any luck, Kathleen will be receiving a dozen donuts from 3 different admirers on Monday. Sunday?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's fun. Okay. We also have our friend Angela Sawyer with us. Hey, Angela, how's it going?
Hello, it's so nice to talk to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm here in Sarah's office, which is much nicer than my office, if you
It's
notice.
beautiful.
Yeah, we just finished painting it like last week, so it's nicer than it was.
You did
And
good work.
it's a lot bigger than my office. If you see, whenever I'm in my office, I have to keep my elbows in and stuff. It's very thin. But yeah, how about Valentine's Day? You have any weird stories from Valentine's Day or just like dating in general?
um, Valentine's Day is the day that I remember my stalkers who sent me nice mixtapes on cassette in the mail.
So those were like true secret admirers?
I don't know if they had to put a return address on it, so I knew
Okay.
who sent it. But they lived far away and I wasn't gonna go see them, so it was from afar.
Okay. And were the tapes ever any good, or are you just like, this is garbage?
Sometimes they were.
Okay. And did that win any points, or are you just like still
Oh
no?
no. No, that wins you no points.
Okay.
It's like a prerequisite. It's not. It doesn't. It doesn't like hit the home run.
Okay. I hear you. I gotcha. All right. We also have our friend Corey Saunders with us tonight. Hey, Corey, how's it going?
Hey, Sean, good to see you.
It's great to see you. Tell me some weird date that you've been on, or something fun that's love themed.
Oh God. So we know about my vampire dates. I won't bore you with that, though that one still stands out as the weirdest one. I actually had a guy, he wanted to walk around downtown Boston, like Government Center, and we were like talking and enjoying a Starbucks, and he just kind of looked at me and was like, I have to send a fax. And I was like, what? It was 2009, mind you, which again, we were about taxes. And he dragged me into Kinko's, and we spent a half an hour in Kinko's where the staff just said like very like weird racist things the whole time. It was very confusing. I didn't call him again.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's
And I also had another incident where I went up to a comedy fest and I slept with a married guy, and then on my drive home the next day, a license plate on a car pulled up next to me with the license plate homewrecker. So I swear to God, I have proof. I have picture proof. I can show it to you. I just feel like the universe is laughing at me.
yeah, that's like one of those things that it feels like that was sent to you specifically,
100%. It's like the worst. You know those moments in the sitcom where a person thinks they're being like haunted because they feel guilty about the bad
Yeah.
thing they did. It was just like this license plate going homewrecker.
Oh man. Okay. Well, yeah, that's fun. Learning about your homewrecker habits, and
So
it's a
proud.
good time. I think. We also have our good friend Ken Green with us tonight. Hey, Ken, how's it going?
How's it going? How's it going? All right. Good to see you. Good
Yeah,
to see you. Yeah.
it's great to see you. Did you have any sort of wild dates in your youth, or has it always just been a nice, steady, good time for you?
It's always been a nice, steady, good game. Of course, it's been. No, it hasn't. It's been a few. I remember one time a person went out, listened to some music, went somewhere to like a diner to like get something to eat, like late at night last night, and she kind of like flipped out and started yelling at everybody in there. And I ended up just like walking. I left money on the counter and just got up and walked out. And they were like, Colin, I came outside the diner. I was like, Ken, where are you going? I just like, I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. So I was gone and stuff. And I'm not going to get into details of our personal current relationship. She's in the other room. She's not watching this at all. Trust me. But yeah, we had a strange beginning, but it worked out. I mean, it's like oh boy, it was like you kind of meet up, and we didn't think anything was going to happen after that. Like this first meetup, I'm going to leave it at that. You can figure it out. But it turned into the longest. This has been the longest one night stand ever. So that's all I can say.
How long is this one night stand?
It has been. How long has it been now? How long? Where are you at? How long has this been? She's lagging. Anyway, it's been more than 15, almost 20 years. I want to say. Yeah, It's been a long time. We've been together a long time. So
yes, that went well, and it's nice
It started off very inauspiciously, and you never know what's going to happen. And Kathleen, don't worry about sending yourself donuts, because what did Whitney Houston tell us? Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. So you're doing fine. You're doing great.
Yeah, that's great. I love that you're in this relationship for 15 or 20 years now, and I like to think that you're like, I don't know that this is going to go anywhere. But then she just didn't yell at people in a restaurant, and you're like, this is the one.
She passed the first test, the only test. If you don't flip out in a restaurant, you're doing good in my book.
You're right. That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
All right. We also have our friend Rick Harkness with us tonight. Hey, Rick, how's it going?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. It's good to see you, man. You look a little cold.
Yeah, it's a little bit chilly here in South Carolina. I'm out here on my parents' porch. So it's usually a little bit warmer than it is, but it's cold right now. But
Right on. So, you got any fun stories of dating? Anything wild happen?
I mean, Valentine's Day is one of the only holidays I hate. And coming from South Carolina, we get Confederates Day off, and I may or may not have celebrated that. So go figure how I felt about Valentine's Day. I think it comes from just it was the 4th grade. There was a girl that I liked. I thought we were cool. I set up an elaborate Valentine's Day card, even wrote a message on the other side. That was promptly given back to me and given the whole we're just a friends thing. So yeah, Valentine's Day is I don't have time for that. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. So
Yeah, I can't imagine just handing a card back to somebody. I mean, if you just want to go like,
very
yeah,
good.
just say thank you. That seems easy enough.
I thought, but yeah, I learned a lesson that day at the age of 9. So
Did you check? Were there any corrections to grammar, or was it just like, was she just giving you notes? Was it the teacher? Did you give it to your teacher?
it wasn't. That would have been 8th grade that I tried that with a teacher, but no, it was the check boxes. It was a little, you know what I'm saying? You write the little message out. I'm not trying to put
Yeah.
my heart out. This is
Sure.
for a therapy session. I'm not trying to pay you $45 after this. Okay? I'm just saying. So,
Yeah, I hear you. All right. We also have our good friend Joe Buckley with us. Hey, Joe, what's happening, man?
What is going on?
Not much. How are you doing?
Good, man. Hanging.
Nice. Do you have any great stories from your youth of trying to date or successfully dating?
No, man. I'd say it was pretty I'm trying to think, like Rick saying that stuff about Valentine's. I remember as a kid, like you'd get like the sports card Valentine's. You get like the baseball card ones, and then you try to decide like who gets what without trying to make it seem like you liked them too much. Like the girl that you like, you'd be like, I'm not giving her the Ken Griffey Jr. because then she'll know. So you like try to like, I don't know, give her a move on or something like that. Keep it in the pocket. But no, I dating, dude. I've been with my wife for 11 years. Been married for 5. So going on a date is distant memory. Feels like.
Sure, yeah, I hear
Yeah.
that. I mean, I think just with COVID, going on a date feels like a distant memory.
Yeah, I can't even tell you the last time we went on a date, normal date, and not had to be home because when you got kids, you got like, all right, we got to be home, we got to this. So, and then when you go out on the date, all you do is talk about your kids anyway. So,
Right?
lame.
Yeah. So, well, what fun. Sunday you can, I don't know, everybody gets donuts on Sunday, I think. That's the thing. Let's
We're
all
buying
get some donuts.
my daughter candy that we like. So,
That's a
That's
good
the move.
idea. Yeah. How old is your daughter? She can't eat all of the candy that you give her, right? So you just take.
No, she can't. Hey, our hands are tied. She can't eat all the candy. Nothing
You
we
have
can
to
do.
help.
Gotta help out. She's only 3, so yeah, we get like a small box for her, and just we try to rearrange them and make it look like we didn't eat more than half.
Sure, yeah, I got you. All right, cool. We also have our good friend Katie Baker with us tonight. Hey, Katie, how's it going?
Hi, hello, I'm good. Oops, I was on the wrong one. God damn it. Okay, so I sent the wrong YouTube link. All right, okay. All right. Whoa, sorry about that. Oh my goodness. So, yes, hello. I have my shirt on that says love.
It's a great shirt.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the thing. But so one of my little anecdotes is that I've been called a homewrecker before. I was having relations with a gentleman, and I knew that the gentleman had a child who was living in another state. Oh, thanks, Corey. In another state with his mother, and I knew that the guy that that the kid had a mom, and thus but the guy was like, he was a very charming, manipulative dude, and was just like, oh yeah, we were together for the kid, but we went separate ways, and that was not the case. Like she felt they were still very much married, just living in separate states. So then, yeah, she was calling me a homewrecker, but then like trying to be nice and being like, oh yeah, he lied to us both, and then being like, you never should have been there. But so yeah, the guy moved away, and then years later, I found out he died of a drug overdose. So the real homewrecker was heroin.
Wow, what a wacky time!
Yeah.
What a wacky story that is.
Thank you.
Well, Corey can feel better now. That license plate was not here for Corey. But yeah, I love the shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah, on theme, looking good. And And we have one more comic to intro tonight, and then we're going to get into the debate. It's our good friend Gary Peterson. Hey, Gary, how's it going?
Hello, Sean. Hello, everybody. Hello, America.
How are you?
I'm okay. I just, love is love is love. Live, laugh, love. Eat, pray,
Yeah.
love.
Would you consider yourself lucky in love?
No.
No.
I always find, I don't know, my friends say that I attract the type of women that frown a lot, and that seems to be like a trend. And then something will happen and all of my things will get burned because it's my fault. And in my head, there's always a voice that says, like, you need to fix this problem and figure out what's going on, because this is, you keep finding these same type of girls and you're losing, half a record collection. And then another voice says, but what if this is love? What if it is the love that you want? And that's why I am a 15-year-old boy, perpetually, emotionally, or sexually. But other than that, I'm having a good Friday. How are you?
Oh, yeah. It's a great Friday. I'm just trying to get this YouTube link figured out right now, because I had not linked. I set up a live stream that was supposed to happen. I scheduled it, and then I did not link the software that we have to it. So it just kind of streamed live elsewhere. So that's my fault.
You want me to kill some time by talking about surgery?
No, I think we've got it figured out now. But is this your surgery, or are you just going to tell us what you know about surgery?
I've had a couple. Let's just say I ain't originally white. No, that's not the surgery that you can, or is it? That'd be great if I was like a Caribbean woman. I've had eye surgery a lot, and that's, I think, evident. And have you had surgeries? Have you had any sort of thing?
Nope.
The weird thing that how this ties to love, I do love surgery, is there is you get like needles. What do they call that? When you put under, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, anesthesia.
Anesthesia. So from a young boy, when I had my first handful of surgeries, and then later in life, I had to be put under. And the dreams that you've had, I've chased those dreams for a long time. They're very whimsical, almost like a Beatles cartoon. There's something gorgeous and lovely about them. And if anybody knows anything on how to achieve that, just DM me on @ComedyGaryP on all the things. I just want to talk to John Lennon again. It's really, I have a lot. Like, was Yoko worth it? Because I think so. Just something like that. But have we killed enough time so your stream's working?
Yeah, we got it. I'm putting the voting link in the comments right now so that people can see it. But yeah, we got it. And also, I lied. I had oral surgery. I'm missing quite a few teeth. So a lot of people don't know that about me, because I got the front ones, but then everything from here back just gone. You'd never know. I can't eat anything that I can't just get on the front.
Now, is it true that you got rappers grills from here back that nobody could see them?
Yeah, nobody could see them. It feels like kind of a waste of money, but I got them.
Professional in the front and Post Malone in the sides.
I have the mullet of teeth. That's correct.
Good times.
All right.
So thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for doing it. Let's start the debate. We got our first two comics that are going to debate will be Kathleen DeMar and Corey Saunders.
Bring it.
Yeah, just two of my favorites here. Kathleen, do you want to go first or second?
I want to go first.
First, okay. So you can choose your category. You can choose from either crushes,
Breakup.
dating, breakups. Okay, you didn't even have to wait for me to get through them. Breakups. Here we go. This question is from Ken Green, and he wants to know what's the better passive aggressive way to break up with someone? Asking to see their phone and then deleting your phone number, or bringing a date on your date?
Oh my God, the better option is clearly bringing a date on your date, because there's so many ways that you could spin that. You could spin it as a direct passively aggressive breakup. You could say that you want to be in an open relationship and this is your third person. You could say that you've really wanted to get Eiffel Towered. There are just like so many options with bringing a third person on the date. And then you can also force your partner to pay for that person's meal too. Also, if they leave, then you have another person there already on the date with you. You can start your new relationship right there. Time.
Okay. Well, I feel like Kathleen was trying to air out a lot of my dirty laundry in that answer, so I don't appreciate it. So you can go fuck yourself. Second, deleting your number in like a clandestine manner is like the pettiest thing I can think of. And I love it because you take all your shit, right? You move it out of the house after you've deleted the number out of the phone, and your partner, lover, whoever it is, comes home and goes, "Oh, that's weird. This place feels empty. I wonder where so and so is." Puts the name in the phone, the contact doesn't come up. That's so weird. Doesn't have the number memorized, has no way of reaching out to you. It's a total mind fuck. You don't come home for days, and your partner's like, "That's weird." She tries to file a missing persons report, and like a search goes out, and there's posters, and then there's a Dateline special about you, and you're just like chilling with literally anyone else because you got rid of the crazy lady or crazy man.
I don't know what world Corey's living in, but like he might have like a phone from Singular or something if he thinks that deleting somebody's phone number is going to get rid of them. There's something called Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. So many apps that they could follow up with you on. I don't know, Growler, Scruff, Grinder, Hinge, Bumble, like any of these places. So if you delete your phone number out of their phone, first off, they might be a psychopath. They might have memorized your phone number.
Okay, first off, again, it sounds like Kathleen's airing out all the ways that I online date and I don't need it. You know far too much about me, you nasty bitch. Second, what if you block them? What if you block them all? I've done that where I blocked them on every platform possible and made myself impossible to find. Poof. And then that person has to live with the existential dread of this person disappeared. It's the ultimate ghosting, and I think it's sexy.
All right, a lot of good points here, but there's no way that I could decide on a winner. So head into the poll right now on pickasidestupid.com. If you go to that website and then click on live voting, you can vote for Corey or Kathleen. That link is also in the comments on the YouTube stream. So if you're on YouTube now and you look over at the comments, you can just see where that link is posted by Pick a Side Stupid, and you can go in and vote. And while people are voting, let's ask a trivia question here of maybe Angela. Let's start with Angela.
You got it.
Okay, so this is a love trivia question. And your question is, it's multiple choice, so just let me get through all of them before, you might know this before I get to the end, but just give me a minute. So Glenn Wolfe was a Baptist minister in Blythe, California. What notable love-related record does he hold? A, most wedding ceremonies performed. And I'm going to give you a number for each one of these things that might be. Most wedding ceremonies performed, 2,506. B, most times in a monogamous marriage, 29. C, most years honoring a vow of chastity, 89. Or D, most singles night held at his church at over 100.
Okay. Whew. Okay, so I don't think it's chastity because, like, monks in medieval books lived a long time. I don't. I feel like there's a church that had more than 100 singles nights. That doesn't seem that hard. You just have to be in church for a while. Uh, you could get those in a year if you did it. That's not that. That's like 2 years worth of singles nights if you did it every week. That's not that hard. So it's either most weddings performed or most times married. Where does this person live again?
Blythe, California.
And what's their name?
Glenn Wolf.
Is that I don't know what gender that person is, but I'm not sure that matters. Um,
It's
so
a fella. It's a
it's a
fella.
fella.
Yep.
So it's a fella in a little town in California. I'm gonna go with the most times married.
That's correct. He was
Ah!
married 29 times. So yeah, pretty great that not only
29 ladies went to that town and didn't come back.
Yeah, it doesn't say how many times he was divorced and how many just those women disappeared. That could be the case. We don't even know. All right. Well, that's correct answer. Nice job. And while that was happening, we tallied up the votes, and the winner for the first round here was Corey Saunders. So Corey will be heading on to round 2.
I just want to thank all the little people I stepped on to get to where I am today.
Hold on, I have to write a parentheses for Corey's middle name. Corey Homewrecker Saunders. Okay. All right. Next up, we have Gary Peterson and Joe Buckley. So, Gary, do you want to go first or second?
I'll take second.
Second. Okay, Joe, do you want a question from crushes, dating, married, or wild card?
Wild card.
Okay. This is another question by Ken Green, and he asks, true or false? This is just a true or false question. If you can't be with the one you love, should you be with love the one you're with? If you can't be with the one you love, should you love the one you're with? Love the one you're with. Love the one you're with.
The eagle flies with the dove. Yeah, you should just love the one you're with. It's there, You take the layup, okay? You don't lose. Just take what's there. I mean, this guy wrote this. He was on the road. Who sings this again? What's his name? Shit, it escapes me. But you're a musician, you're hanging out, you got a wife at home, got all these sluts waiting to bang you. So yeah, he just went ahead and wrote that song, and who cares? Yeah, go for it. She won't mind. Stephen Stills. Thanks, Ken Green. Todd.
May I?
Yep.
The correct answer is false. As we all know, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young did not assemble this song. It was Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And let me just emphasize that one little word missing in an idea or a philosophy or a team is not a team. We saw it with the post Michael Jordan Bulls with Scottie Pippen. We saw that with, of course, the difference between high school valedictorian and night school valedictorian. There are certain levels in life that we have to understand. Why this is false and why it is so simple is that it is presenting an idea that you can only love one thing. And Crosby, Stills, and Nash have only loved one thing, themselves. Fuck you. Time.
I'm officially lost now. I thought you just, you love the one you're with because this is about love and you want to spread more love. and possibly herpes, but that's besides the point. You want to spread as much love as possible. It makes the world a better place. And who's to say that the one that you love isn't loving the one she's with, and you're just trying to do the best you can to spread that love, man, right? I don't know. That sounds like they're two shitty people and they just need to break up. But either way,
to spread love is disgusting and should be illegal. If people came to a comedy club and everybody on the stage was like, I'm so happy and I'm in love, no one would ever fucking come back because it would be the worst show ever. Tragedy binds us. It is the egg yolk and the eggplant parmesan recipe that is life. Love the one you're with. False. You need to love whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Love a lot of things. Spread it open.
All right. A lot of great points here, but there's no way that I could choose a winner. So it's up to you, the audience, to choose your winner. Head into the Pick a Side Stupid poll on pickasidestupid.com. You can click on live voting and vote for either Gary or Joe, or you can find that link in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube right now, just click on the link as posted by the Pick a Side Stupid account in the comments. Okay, and while people are voting, let's ask a trivia question of Kathleen DeMarle. Hey, Kathleen.
Ready.
I have a question, a love-related question for you. Do you remember a website called Ashley Madison?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Ashley Madison was a website that was meant to set up affairs for married people.
I already know where this is going. Let's hear it.
And they got caught using fembots on their site to message men. The question is, how many fembots were being used? And your options are A, 100, B, 1,000, C, 70,000, or D, none. I just made that up. Ashley Madison is a cheating site that you can trust.
Well, I know for a fact that Ashley Madison is a cheating site because one of the Duggar kids from 19 Kids and Counting was on that site. So I'm going to go with D. Final answer.
You're going to say that there are no fembots on there?
Well, I mean, there's bots everywhere.
Okay. That is incorrect. There are 70,000 fembots that were being used to make men feel as though they're having some sort of affair.
Are they really bots if they're making men feel better about themselves? Or are they saving us good women for these trash? You know, this trash. We don't want it. That's what the bots are there for, to make us not have to deal with them.
Emotional labor workers is what they
I appeal.
It's been automated. That job's been automated now.
Yes. We need somebody to deal with the QAnon shaman when he wants to cheat on his wife.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, I think I got to give you full credit for this answer now because you've explained your perspective so thoroughly. The other thing with Ashley Madison that I forgot about was that there was a hack and everybody that was on it, they got outed. And that was a big deal that I saw 6 or 7 names I knew and I was like, well.
Who? Comedians?
I am not going to tell you about
they don't
who it
have
was
that
right
kind
now.
of money.
We will wait until after the show to discuss this privately in this Zoom meeting. All right.
Did one of them rhyme with Hui CK?
Yeah, that's the story that got him in trouble. That's the one.
Hands down. Get it?
All right. The results are in from this last matchup, and our winner this round is Gary Peterson. So Gary will be moving on to the next round as well. And here we go. Next up, we have Katie Baker and Rick Harkness. So, Katie, do you want to go first or second?
I'm going to go second.
Okay, Rick, you can choose from, let's see. crushes, dating, or married?
Let's go crushes.
Crushes. Okay. Your question is from May Keith, and she wants to know, how should you pursue your crush? And your options are be direct and ask them out, or like all of their tweets and have zero interaction with them.
Seeing as how A hits a little too close to home, I'm gonna go with B. I'm gonna say B because that shows your affection, that shows you're paying attention, that shows that you really care. And in this day and age of self-centered and self-entitled people, I think we need a little bit more love and a little bit more caring and selfishness in the world. So I'm gonna show that I pay attention to every tweet past 12 a.m., past 3 a.m., past 6 a.m., first in the morning, just to let you know that I pay attention and that I love you. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to know from the start that there's no coincidences, there's no games, it's all love. And so, you know what I'm saying? That's how you should approach a crush. That's how I feel.
But still, it's almost like a paradox answer, because to say that you have no interaction, but it goes against the principle of what you're going for. If I want to show that I care about their tweets, I can be outside their house reading off my favorite tweets by them. So when they look out the window to see who's yelling their tweets, I'm gonna have like a sign and like all kinds of stuff, and they're gonna be so surprised. Whereas just the ringing bells, ringing notification bells, like I'm more than the ringing notification bells of any media website. So I'm going to show up in person and be very, very direct. Time.
But see, I feel that can attract a lot of attention from the neighbors, from the cats, from dogs and everything. I'm not against polyamorous people. I'm just saying, if I'm just following her every single tweet on Twitter, it's very singular, it's very direct. And instead of the cops and other neighbors being called, it's only the FBI. Hell, I might make a list. I might get my crush and make a list. There's like two birds, one stone. So that's all I'm saying right there. So.
Well, if the neighbors and stuff are like starting to look over, I'll tell them to go away. Don't look at me as I'm trying to romance someone, and that might make them call the cops. But you know what? It'll be worth it for love. I will have a criminal record just to show that when I have a plan, I go all the way, and with all 100 underlined twice. Time.
All right. So many great points here. I think there's no wrong way to pursue the crush, but it's going to be up to you, the audience, to choose your winner. So just click on the link. It's in the chat on YouTube, or you can go to pickasidestupid.com and click on the live voting link and vote for either Katie or Rick. And I think I said fembots about 100 times during that last trivia question, and comment in the chat here from, I think it's Strange Life, says fembots from Austin Powers with booby guns, which is, I forgot about the Austin Powers fembots, but that is how I like to picture it. Not like as a script that was written into software to interact with people, but as like booby gun, like bots just sitting at a computer chatting with married men somewhere. That is a more fun way to think about it. All right, let's ask a trivia question of Joe Buckley. Joe, this one is about proposals. So you're a married guy. Maybe you'll have a little bit of an edge on where the most popular proposal site was in 2017. What year did you get married?
2016.
Oh, okay. So the trends might have been similar from year to year. All right. So where was the most popular place for a marriage proposal in 2017? And your options are A, the Eiffel Tower, not the kind that Kathleen was talking about earlier, but the real Eiffel Tower. B, Niagara Falls, C, Yankee Stadium, or D, Disneyland Paris?
Wow. I feel like just where society's going, it's probably Disneyland Paris.
It is Disneyland Paris. That is
Yeah,
the
it is.
correct
Yeah.
answer. Yeah, like it has to be in Paris because Paris is the land
course.
of
There's just couples in Florida like it's the same thing. Look, it's right there, the Eiffel Tower, and then they take pictures and try to fool everybody. That's obnoxious.
Yeah. Well, that's the correct answer. It was
Where
Disneyland Paris.
where did you propose the last time?
At SeaWorld. No, at Pick a Side Stupid in Quincy at Maggie's Lounge. I did it during the show.
All right.
It was pretty sweet. And she said yes, thankfully. I was like, it was like, pick a side here,
That would have been a funny episode if she said no.
It would have been much better. It would have been much better. I mean, if you go back and look at it, I had set it up so that Rick Canavan would be going against Sarah, and I was like, Rick, just say that you want to go second, so that I can ask the question first to Sarah while she's on stage. I can ask her, "Will you marry me?" And Rick was like, "Yeah, got it." And then he came up with her, and he was like, "I'd like to go first." So I actually first asked Rick if he would marry me. And he said no, and then Sarah said yes. So it all worked out in the end. Yeah.
What a friends for.
Yeah. Where did you do yours, by the way?
On a beach.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a little beach that we go to, and yeah, I was a nervous wreck. I was gonna lose that thing like for the solid 3 days before. Yeah.
Yeah. You just constantly check and make sure that you have the little tiny thing that's the most expensive thing that you bought in your life.
You've ever bought. Yeah, up to that point.
Yeah, I hear it. All right, cool. Well, next up, this round, the voting is in, and our winner of this round is Katie Baker. So Katie will be moving on.
Woo!
And our next matchup will be between Ken Green and Angela Sawyer. So Ken, do you want to go first or second?
No, this is tough. Wow, Angela, thanks a lot. How about second? Let's do second. How about that?
Second. Okay,
Yeah.
Angela, you can choose from dating or married. I think.
Oh, you're muted. I think you're muted. Yeah.
Gosh, here I am.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been married, and my parents' divorce took 4 years, so I choose marriage.
Okay. Your question about married people is from James Sheehan. And he asks, what's more impressive, being married to one person for 50 years or being married to 50 people in 1 year?
Oh, it's way more impressive to marry 50 people in 1 year. Super, super impressive. Sheerly from a Google Calendar standpoint, that is impressive work. That is so many florists and so even if you use the same florist, also how much money would that cost? You have to be so magically a fountain of money would have to come into your life. And most people who get married most people who are married for 50 years are very old and they haven't seen or heard their significant other in many years. So it's the last part's really the easy part. So I think it's more impressive to marry many, many, many people. Getting them all to agree, it's crazy.
Oh, no. That is the easy. As somebody who got married in Vegas and looked at all the options they had, I read they had a menu of things you're going to get married. It's very easy to marry 50 people. You can do it in one night if you wanted to. If you started early enough in the day, you can marry 50 people in one day. You can get married, divorce, married, divorce, married, divorce, married, divorce. You can just as a joke. Try now. I have to preface this by saying I'm not speaking to anybody personally who may be living in this house with me, but try being married to somebody for a long time. That one person there, 50 years, a half a century. You've been there with them for a half a century. That's the founding fathers. They created this country in less time than you've been married. It's Yeah, no, that's a tough gig. That's a tough gig. 50 years of being the same person, married, and you're there. And like I said, it can be great, but that's a long commitment. Marrying 50 people. We just talked about the trivia quiz. Oh,
Okay, so the thing about marrying 50 people is that you have to get the people to want to marry you. Like, yeah, you could, even if you went to Vegas and you set it all up so it was like bam, 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 a half an hour at a time, those people have to want to be married to you. And I know that it feels like a long time to live with yourself your whole life, but when another person sees what you're like, they don't like you either. So it's really hard to get somebody to like you that much.
it is. Have you seen this country recently? You can get anybody to do anything with enough money. Give them there are people. I can go on the street right now. I'll give you $20 to eat this dog shit on the ground. They will do it. I can line people up. People will do it. You get offered enough money, they will do it. If I line up and give everybody, hey, we're trying to set a world record. I want to be a part of that. They will line up to do it. They will. You can get. I can get 100. I can marry 100 people in one day and divorce them in the same day. As long as I say it's for a record, people are trying to get famous and everything. No. Now try to say, hey, I want you to be married to me. Do that same thing to a stranger and say, I want you to marry me for 50 years off the street. That will never happen. That will never happen. That's it. No, that's much tougher. That's like pulling teeth. That's not gonna happen. No, it's not gonna. No, marrying 50 people. People will do anything for money. We're our nation is down in the dump. What can I say? We're a horrible nation. We'll do anything for money, as our TV shows tell us now. So at time, I'm done.
All right, a lot of good points here, but it's going to be up to you, the audience, to choose your winner. So head into the Pick a Side Stupid poll and vote right now. You can either click on the link in the comments or go to pickasidestupid.com and then click on live voting and choose either Ken Green or Angela Sawyer. And while people are voting, let's ask this question of Katie Baker, Rick Harkness. Let's ask this question of Rick Harkness. Rick, according to a study published in the Journal of Social Psychology, men are more likely than women to do this. And your options are A, get remarried more than twice, B, say I love you first in a relationship, C, want to be the big spoon, or D, masturbate before a date.
I mean, the obvious. I mean, it's D. I feel like it's you. I feel like it's you learn your ABCs, you learn how to couch, tie your shoes, and then you kind of learn that one as well. Like it's before you go on a date with a girl, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like take care of it. You don't want to have an issue where it's you know what I'm saying? You don't want that problem. We've all known that since I feel like they talked about that. Didn't Socrates talk about that or something like that? I feel like, but it's that we don't want to do that. So yeah, I would say D.
Okay. Yeah, this is a bit of an unfair question because these are probably all true, but the only one that was published in the Journal of Social Psychology was B, that men are more likely to say I love you first in a relationship. Yeah.
Where are these men?
I don't know, Kathleen. You know, they're probably just not busy being secret admirers that talk about themselves all the time.
Do you think maybe men are more likely to lie to the Journal of Social Psychology?
Yeah,
that might be true.
I think they were trying to get the Journal of Social Psychology in bed, and they were telling anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I will say in like every relationship that I've had, I was the first person to say it, and until my most recent one. And then me and Sarah had a long standoff because I was like, you know, I've said this first time every relationship I've ever been in. So I'm going to just wait and see how long this goes on for. And she might have had similar thoughts because it was a long time. But I think that the Journal of Social Psychology was right about this. I think, you know, men are very caring, very loving, empathetic people, and I won't hear any differently.
You know, the last time a man told me he loved me, he was intoxicated.
I mean, that sounds about right.
Listen, what
me.
happened?
No, it was not you, Corey.
It was.
Has
Well-
anyone ever been said "I love you" to, and then you didn't say it back?
Are you asking me that or Kathleen?
I guess I'll put it to you, Sean.
Just the group.
Just in general.
It has not happened to me now. Has anybody had that experience?
I ain't never told anybody I love them. Are you kidding me?
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
told the first time I told my wife I loved her, I threw up on my back steps immediately afterwards. I was annihilated. I was hammered. And yeah, that's how that started.
I did the first long-term girlfriend that I had. By the end of the relationship, I did tell her that I thought I was wrong about that. Which is probably not the right thing to do. I probably should have just broken up with her and just left things how they were, instead of being like, you know what, I think I might have been overreacting when I said I love you.
You opened that honesty like faucet, and it just blew apart. You're like, I haven't ever loved you. I don't like you, and I hate you.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
might
you
have
know-
been the wrong thing to do.
You know that thing I said earlier? Just forget that. You know, it's like Robert De Niro in Goodfellas. And the thing we were talking about, yeah, forget that. Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been a fun little sidebar, but the votes are in for this last matchup, and the winner is Angela Sawyer. So Angela will be moving on to the next round. All right. Cool. So we're on to round two. Let's do it. It'll be a matchup between Corey Saunders and Gary Peterson. So,
Let's go.
Corey, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Cool. Gary, you can pick from any category because we're starting over again. So, crushes, dating, married, breakups, or wild card?
Crushes.
Crushes. Okay. So, your question is from Amir Luna, and he asks, what's worse, your crush likes your best friend or your crush likes your sibling?
It's harder when, I mean, my sibling is a woman, so that would be worse in a way for me because of, if I love somebody, and they were like, I don't like you, I don't even like your gender, I want to just kind of skip to the left, and my sister is a lovely person, she deserves love, and I would have to support that relationship, and I assume it would work out, and it would be an affront to me personally. I wouldn't accept their child. Like, I would give it like whatever thing they adopt, I would give it presents, but my heart wouldn't be in it. It would be a lot of like, hey, I got you a jar to create more jars. Like, it would be like, I give them chore presents that would just reflect negatively upon their lives. And yeah, I just couldn't live with that. Nor should the child.
See, I have a similar gender and sexuality issue where all my best friends are pretty girls, and some of them are on like local TV, so they're that pretty. So I can't compete with that. I am a large, hairy man. So Mr. Wonderful over here isn't going to go for this when he can have like 90-pound like girlfriend over here, whatever her name is. I'm not going to name her for fear of public retribution, but it would just be really hard to like sit there in the bar, because I don't know if you've ever been a gay guy with a bunch of pretty girls in a bar. Gross old men or like hot old men who have money will buy the whole group a round of drinks, and you just have to sit there with your pity drink like, he likes me, I'm part of this. And it sucks.
To answer your question, I've never been a gay guy around a bunch of creepy men at a bar. I have been the prettiest ugly guy around a group of men at Comic-Con, so I feel like that's similar when you are looked at as a prized pig among the stock. So I think in looking at this person that loves my sibling versus, you know, when somebody just loves your best friend, I have a lot of best friends. I'm not singular in that sense that I have one best friend because I'm not fucking 6 years old. So yeah.
So first of all, that Comic-Con bar is very low because being the prettiest guy at Comic-Cons, like being like the coolest nerd, it's like I wouldn't brag about it. But I feel like it would just rip my heart out because I'm a very dramatic, obnoxious person. Should my crush be in love with my best friend? Have you ever sat in your best friend's apartment while she hooked up with the hot guy that you kind of liked, like in the next room? And then
all right, a lot of great points here, and there's no way that I could choose a winner. So, you know, head into the Pick a Side Stupid poll, whether it's on pickasidestupid.com and clicking on live voting, or heading to the comments and clicking that link, and vote for either Gary or Corey, depending on whether you think it's worse to have your crush like your sibling or your friend, or whoever you think made the best case there. And while we're waiting for those votes to roll in, I have another trivia question. And this one I would ask of Ken Green. Hey, Ken.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Good.
All right,
This is another
I like that room, by the way. Sorry, I'm looking at that room. That's very. It looks like a phony backdrop. So, are you actually there? It doesn't look real.
This is the actual room that
wow, that's pretty
doing
nice.
the show in right now. Look at these bookshelves over here.
Wow, all the books you've read are all lined up there and stuff. Wow, that's great.
Beanbag chair. That's the Moon Pod. I don't know if you've seen these things. They're on Shark Tank, so we bought one for $150. It's garbage. So don't buy a Moon Pod.
Don't buy a Moon Pod. I'll keep that. I'll write that down somewhere right now.
Yeah. So, Ken, I have a trivia question for you.
Perfect.
So, your question is: according to a Pew Research Center survey, 30% of adults in the U.S. say they have tried internet dating, but what percentage of adults in the U.S. said that they met their spouse or partner online? And your options are A, 50%, B, only the top 1% of the top 1%, C, 12%, or D, 100% of relationships in the U.S. are from internet dating.
Okay, well, I'm going to cross the last one out right away. That's utterly ridiculous. I mean, first off, I have very limited experience with that. Briefly, because like the person I'm with now, we had our rocky period and we kind of split up one time, and I told his story's weird. So I went on a site to like, I'm just going to see. I'm just going to look. I'm not trying to date. When I typed in all the information, looking for this, looking for that, and I looked at the results, and the first person popped up was her. I'm like, what the? Yeah, it was very bizarre. It was very bizarre. I'm like, okay, well, that convinced me we should probably, just for the sake of science, we should get together. But I don't think it's that many. I mean, people they go on there and they meet some people and they think, oh, well, science, like I said, science says we should be together, so let's try to make this work. But I think it falls off. So I'm going to say it's, what were the percentages again?
50%, top 1% of 1%, 12%, or 100%, which it might be 100%. You know, be careful here.
That sounds like a loaded direction. It can't be 100% of the people who do internet dating. No, that's bull. That's bullshit. I'm gonna go with the and just them getting along, not getting married, just having a relationship.
Yeah.
And they don't say for how long.
It just says probably
they had a relationship.
Probably the current partner that they were with when they did this survey, I guess.
So it could be a week, it could be a year, it could be a month. 50%. Let's do 50%. Split it down.
The answer is actually 12%. 12%
I knew it.
of people.
That was my second choice. That was what I was gonna say. I knew it.
But 50%, it feels like, you know,
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
scientifically, these things are supposed to work, you know.
But they don't tell you. They don't tell you the duration of the relationship. So at the
No.
time they ask, it could be like 2 months and everything is great. Every relationship is great the first week or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, could be a week, could be a
Yeah.
month, could be true for 20 years.
Yes, it could. That's true. Very true.
Probably. I don't know what the first dating website was, but I don't know if it started 20 years ago.
Oh boy, what would that
So,
be? Craigslist? I don't know. I'm guessing.
yeah,
I think it was
that's
Craigslist.
that's a dating website.
Well,
Craigslist.
a dating website. I was
For-
gonna say back in the old days. So you know.
For those that like to live dangerously.
Yeah, that's it.
And it was just a list of Craigs that you could date, and that was it. So
Why'd you put remember Napster? Sorry, Corey. I don't know. I didn't know it was a dating site. I didn't know. Never know.
all right, let's see.
Oh.
The votes are in for this last matchup, and in a close one, separated by only one vote here, Gary Peterson is our winner, and Gary will be moving on to the finals here. So
I didn't vote. Can I vote audibly?
Sure.
I vote for myself.
Okay, perfect. Great. I really didn't want to have to do a revote there, so that works out well. All right, so let's see who's going to face off against Gary in the next round, between Angela Sawyer and Katie Baker. So, Angela, would you like to go first or second?
I would like to go first.
Okay, and what category would you like? Dating, married, breakups, or wild card?
How about breakups?
Breakups. Okay. Your question is from Tyler Derniak, and he wants to know, would you rather be broken up with on your birthday or on your partner's birthday?
On my partner's birthday, I can just take the gift back. That's so much. That seems like a easy dunk. Just like, oh, you don't want to date me anymore? Let me take this, thrift store concertina that I spent months hiding from you, and enjoy it forever. I think in the heat of a breakup, you're either going to be very sad. Emotions will run high. You'll either be sad or angry or upset or some combination of all three, and you'll be confused and you won't know what to do with yourself. And the last thing you want to have happen in the midst of all of that is have somebody run up to you and be like, "Happy birthday!" So it's so much better if you can walk out and go take a long walk that you didn't want to take to calm down and be like, "Happy birthday!"
I would love to get broken up with on my birthday because that's just twice the reason to make that day all about me, and just to get to real everywhere I go, to just be like, even if I don't sell someone that I just gotten broken up with, I'll have this sense of this power of entitlement, driven by my crazy emotions, and I'm gonna get wild. I'm gonna go out on the town. I'm gonna go on an It's My Birthday tour, and I'm gonna make some questionable choices, but living it up in ways I wouldn't be able to do if I were in some old relationship. So yeah, dumped on my birthday time.
Okay, I don't know about you, Katie, but I can make a day all about me every day of the year if I feel like it. That's just a skill that I have all the time. Also, if you get broken up with on your partner's birthday, your friends, your mutual friends, are going to have to pick a side. That's what people always do. They pick one or the other. That's why we have the show. I assume that's what this came from. And they're not going to be mad at you later. Nobody's going to blame you if you throw the cake. It's just.
But if my partner dumps me on my birthday, then everyone's gonna be on my side. So I'm gonna get all our friends, or at least go on some kind of rampage against them, be like, how dare you? But I'm just going to be celebrating with tears and partying to like because it's the most appropriate. It's already getting party stuff your way with people saying stuff, and I'm just going to use that as a big old band-aid, a birthday band-aid, and that's how I'll survive time.
Yeah. All right, a lot of great points here, but it's going to be up to you, the audience, to choose your winner. So head into the Pick a Side Stupid poll right now and vote for either Angela or Katie. And while people are voting, I have a little trivia question here for Corey Saunders. Corey, do you remember Napster?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, just checking. This isn't about that, but
Damn.
yeah. All right. This question is actually which popular website debuted on Valentine's Day 2005? And your options are A, Bumble, B, eHarmony, C, YouTube, or D, Pornhub.
So I recently had to read a book on like the founding of Instagram, and I want to say it's YouTube, but given that it's a Valentine's show, I feel like eHarmony is the answer, but I feel like that's also too obvious. I'm gonna say YouTube for the fuck of it.
Okay, and the answer is YouTube. That's right. It was
Wow.
yeah, it debuted on Valentine's Day 2005.
So I had to read this. I had to do this story on this book about like the founding of Instagram, like behind the scenes of it, and that's like this random little nugget that was in my brain. Look how useful that was.
Yeah, nice job.
Thank
That's great.
you.
It's hard to remember a time when there wasn't YouTube, so it just feels like it's been around forever. But 2005, it wasn't. We didn't even have it before that.
So here's the thing about that. So when I took my first like video production class in high school, we were doing a unit on music videos, and the teacher wanted us to bring in a copy of our favorite music videos so we could talk about them and then try to like mimic the camera techniques. And I had to sit there because it was 2004 in front of my parents' TV with the VCR connected, waiting for the music video I wanted to come on MTV. And this was already when they were getting away from music videos.
So you had to watch like 3 episodes of Road Rules before you could get to a music video?
Essentially, and all I wanted was just No Doubt Sunday Morning.
Yeah.
I ended up giving up on that though and going with like She Will Be Loved by Maroon 5, which was a very weird choice.
Yeah, that's a sad one.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was also the sad gay kid in love with the football captain who I had no chance with, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after the show, along with all of our Ashley Madison people that were outed. That'll be the fun later portion. Okay, so the votes were in, and it was an exact tie at 2-2. So only 4 people voted out of 15 that are on the site. I can see it right now. There's 15 people that could vote right now, and most of them chose not to. So I'm gonna set it back up so that people can vote right now. And we have 15, so it's an odd number. So everybody vote so that we should at the closest have a 8-7 scenario here, if it's very close. So put in your vote right now. And while people are voting, let's do this trivia question. You know what? I'm not going to do the question, but I am going to tell you that, just to kill time, I am going to tell you that while I was looking up info for this question for the trivia section of this tonight, my in-laws came by, and my father-in-law was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like, "I'm just looking up what is the sexiest fruit right now." And he's like, "Why?" I was like, "I'm doing this show about love tonight, so I gotta find out what is the sexiest fruit." And he's like, "I always think strawberries are kind of sexy."
He has an answer.
And I was like, "Hell yeah, that's right." So hey, vote if you haven't voted yet. Do it right now. And I'm just gonna hit the little countdown thing right here so that we can count up the votes and see who won this round and who's going to face off against Gary in the finals tonight. So the results are in. And our winner is Angela Sawyer. So Angela will be moving on to the finals. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so Angela and Gary in the finals. And Angela, do you want to go first or second?
First for me, please.
Okay. And what category would you like? You can choose from, let's see, married, dating, or wild card.
I'm going to go with married again.
Okay. So your question is from May Keith, and she asks, your marriage is in trouble. How do you save it? And your options are with counseling or by rescuing a dog.
Oh, you get a dog. You absolutely get a dog. At least if you get a dog, your marriage is in trouble, and it's not gonna get better. At least there's a 50% chance you end up with a dog. Also, I as somebody who has very heavy therapist vibes, therapy's not a great time. You can have fun with a dog. Distract yourself from the end of this marriage. Take the dog out for runs, take the dog camping, do all the things with the dog that you wish you were doing with your significant other who hates you now. Time for me.
Dogs can run away, Angela, and if you know anything, they can sense the evil that is in a room, and a bad marriage is all they need for a reason to hit the woods. I think every marriage should come with counseling. It is a must. It should be bachelor, bachelorette party, wedding, then immediate counseling every week because it is essentially a land deal between your father and another man to treat a woman as property. And we decided to switch that around to be like, but now you can put on Mickey ears and then buy a house. And guess what? If you're a dude and it's Massachusetts, you're going to lose half your shit if she wants to leave. Oops. Did she work? No. Did it happen to us? Yes. Angela also brought up that her parents' divorce took 4 years. Mine took 7. So thank you. Time.
Okay. Counselors can also run away. If it's bad enough, they will run. And I mean, let's compare. Do you want to spend every week going combing through your problems very seriously? Or do you want to spend every week throwing a beer can and then a frisbee to see which one they catch first? You want to throw a frisbee at your problems, do you not? I do. And that's why you should get a dog. Dogs are the best. They're literally.
A shitty marriage is not the reason you should get a dog. You should always get a dog. Dogs are always a thing you need and should have and should worship because they're wonderful. How many things in the world will come home and just put their head on you and you'll immediately feel better? It's magic. A counselor, that's not something you want to do. It's almost like giving blood, which I do often. I bleed a lot. You need to do it to feel good and to rub it in other people's face and don't do it.
All right. A lot of great points here, but it's going to be up to the audience to vote for your winner. So head into the Pick a Side Stupid poll right now, pickasidestupid.com, click on live voting, and vote for either Angela Sawyer or Gary Peterson. You do notice that the option was like adopted dog rather than a cat. Like nobody's staying together for a cat, right?
There's shelter in New England. The New England animal shelter has a rescue horse on it. If anybody has the money.
Yeah, that'll keep you together just because your finances will depend on it.
That really binds you.
Yeah.
Wait, there are people saying we have to stay together for the horse. Like, really? Holy shit! Wow.
Yep. Or, you know, if you're not gonna, you can just ride that horse out of town, and that works out too.
That's a euphemism too. Yeah.
As a horse girl, I will say that I have had to hear people talk about their divorces and who's going to get the horse at several bars.
Is there someone that
people talk about splitting up ride time on the horse, and well, he didn't take care of the horse, so I stole the horse from his barn. I've heard it all.
Wow.
who typically gets the horse?
I mean, honestly, it depends, but usually it's the woman. But like some dudes ride, so some men want their husband horse. The husband horse is what women call like basically a dead broke horse that they let their husband ride.
Oh my God.
Katie Baker in the comments here. Just with the puns, div horse and horse band and any more puns that you want to get in?
Hold on.
Now.
Okay.
Alapony.
You were married.
All right. Well, let's move on now.
Oh boy.
No sense in beating
don't stop.
No sense in
Don't do it.
beating
Broken marriage.
a horse that is no longer alive. I think that's the saying.
For years, I never knew I was saying it wrong, but I was always saying beating off a dead horse. For like 14 years.
That would be a really hard job to do, Gary. Be very hard to do.
2 hands.
It is really a two-handed job, and if you don't keep them clean, it gets really gross.
Ooh, geez.
Tell me about it.
Oh boy.
All right. I got one trivia question left for Katie Baker.
Yeah.
And this is the one that I was looking up sexy fruits for. So,
All right.
So Katie, your question is: this fruit was once nicknamed the quote love apple because of its supposed aphrodisiac type properties. And your options are A, the passion fruit, B, the banana, C, the tomato, or D, the mango.
I want to narrow it down. What was the first one? Was what, a papaya?
The first one was the passion fruit.
Okay. I think I'm gonna lean towards mango, just because I'm following my heart and what mango energy is. I wish it were banana, but I don't think so. So I'm going with the mango.
Yeah, mango's a good guess. I think that's what I would have gone with if I hadn't looked it up. But the actual answer is the tomato.
Bullshit.
The tomato is called the love apple. So yeah, weird. I know. Also a trick question because we all know tomatoes are vegetables, not fruits. So no, wait, people are shaking their heads at me.
They're fruits. They have seeds.
But it goes on a salad and on a burger. You don't put fruits on burgers.
Have you ever heard of a fruit salad?
Yeah, but the reason they say fruit salad is because it's not normal for fruits to be in salad, Kathleen.
Have you ever had a Waldorf salad? You know what's on a Waldorf salad?
Yeah, it's a fucking blue cheese and walnuts.
Yeah, and they have apple. Apple is on walnut salad
Yeah,
too.
that's a salad.
Yeah.
This is the next week's debate, I think. Tomatoes controversy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you never had a bruschetta and been like, oh, look at this nice fruit tart I'm eating?
Oh my God, Kathleen, I don't have that kind of money, all right? I don't even understand the words you're saying
money
right
to
now.
go to Olive Garden?
No, what? Olive Garden is a fancy place. People propose at Olive Gardens. It's like Disneyland Paris. Okay.
I wish I could propose with a tomato, and that she, because we eat them like apples in my family, and when she takes a bite, there's a skull ring or something cool.
Welcome to the family. People in the comments are also telling me that they're fruits, and now I believe it because the comments wouldn't lie. Also, it is a fruit. But the really fun thing is to look up what fruits are berries, because you won't believe how many different fruits are berries that you do not think are. Person that has claimed to be a plant scientist in the comments, please list 15 berries so that I know that you're telling the truth. And they can't have berry in the name, or name something that has berry in the name that's not actually a berry, plant scientist. All right, I'll wait. There's a delay on YouTube, so I actually have to wait now.
Can I say something that I missed earlier to kill time?
Yeah.
I have had breakups on my birthdays, and
Jesus, Barry.
listen, it's not a sad thing because you have to get yourself something. That's true. 100%.
Get yourself some donuts and write a motivational quote.
All right, we're being told that watermelons and bananas are both berries. Can anybody confirm that?
I've heard that.
I would believe that bananas a berry, but I'm not believing no big ass watermelons a berry.
And that raspberries are not berries. I don't know if that's true or not. I got a lot of homework to do after the show tonight. So,
there's another debate. There's a whole nother debate. Oh boy.
I mean, who's to say what facts are true? My opinion is that tomato is a vegetable, so my opinion seems to be as valid as anybody that spent time studying this sort of thing.
Tomatoes are also flat.
Tomatoes. Yeah.
Get out.
All right. Well, this has been a lot of fun. Thanks everybody for doing the debate tonight. The winner of the show, in a very close call, decided by only one vote. Our winner tonight is Angela Sawyer.
Hell yeah.
Nice job, Angela.
America's treasure. America's best idea, Angela Sawyer.
Let's go with America's best fat idea.
Oh, nice. I'm going to get sent some links about berries and fruits. That's great. I'm enthused by this. I think it's fascinating. I won't remember any of it, but it's fun to read. So thanks everybody in the comments for sounding off. Thanks to all of the comedians for joining us tonight and debating love. And next week we will be talking about, which one was it? I planned out the next 3 or 4, I think.
Wasn't it toys?
Oh, that was Joe Buckley's recommendation. Is that next week or the week after?
Or was it Harrison Ford? No, Harrison Ford's at the end of the month.
Yeah, we got toys coming up, Harrison Ford, and a couple of other things, and I can't remember them all now. But come back every week and watch what they all are, and you'll learn them as they happen, I guess. And here they are. Love tonight. Okay, toys next week. Marvel and DC the week after, and then Harrison Ford the week after that. So just come back each week and we'll have a brand new topic each time. Thanks everybody for joining us. We're going to do our little outro now, and then the music will end after like 60 seconds, and we can talk about Ashley Madison, yours. Mashley Radisson, and okay. Yeah, we can talk about horses and how easy they are to ride and learn how to ride and all that. All right, thanks everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Pick a side, stupid. Pick a side, just pick because I